First off, I just want to let y'all know, if you guys are watching The Last Dance with MJ, LeBron's my GOAT. That's all I'm gonna say. If you have any disagreements or anything, hit me in the comments. I'm ready to debate, like Skip Bayless, okay? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of the College Athlete series. I'm gonna go into the things that I learned about being a college athlete. First, if you haven't watched the first video, make sure you do that because I kind of explain the background story of why I'm doing this series. So this second part of the College Athlete series is going to consist of the things that I've learned from being a college athlete and kind of how that made me successful and how that kept me on track and how that can be applied to all aspects of life. And I want you to stay tuned for the end of it because it's gonna be the biggest thing that I learned from my college athlete experience. Another thing that I'm gonna get into at the end of the video is the responses that I got from my Instagram story where I asked you guys, what have you taken away from being an athlete and college athlete, and what advice would you give to people? And I'm gonna show you guys my favorite responses. So first thing, support system. I understand that some people may not have support systems and some people may be on their own through a process, but through this 4 years of college, having that support system of my family and close friends was huge because in my eyes, no matter if you have a good game or a bad game or a good day or a bad day, that support system will always be there to instill confidence in you and be there for you. And that's so important because you're always gonna have bad days and bad games, but having those people that are your ride or dies are huge. Number 2 thing is be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this is one of my favorite sayings because if you believe that wholeheartedly, then you are going to grow. There is so many moments throughout my process where I didn't wanna do that last rep. I didn't wanna go do that other workout. It was too hard. Taking ownership of being uncomfortable and going through the process is only gonna make you better at the end of the day. Okay, so my third thing that I learned, this might sound a little cheesy and like a cliche, but first one there, last one to leave. This is something that I always strive to apply to every aspect of my life. If you're the first one there early in the morning and the last one to leave, so if you're always working out before practice or you're always staying in late to work out, then only good things are bound to happen. For example, when I was at Nevada, that's something that I strive to do every day, is show up first and leave last. I just want to talk about when I earned my scholarship at Nevada. And I'm not talking about this to gloat or anything. I just want to show you guys and prove to you guys, if you have that goal, you can reach it. When I showed up in Nevada, I was a walk-on and I wasn't on scholarship, but I was so determined to earn that scholarship that I would do whatever it takes. And so I just encourage you guys that if you do have that goal of reaching a certain level or if anything, you can do it. Just put in the work, put in the time. And I mean, if I can do it, I mean, I'm a 6-foot white guy, y'all, and I earned a scholarship at a D1 school when we were ranked, and we were nationally ranked. So you can do it. If you want something bad enough, then you can attain it. And if you apply this showing up first and leaving last, that can happen. The fourth thing is taking care of your mental and physical health. I think the most important thing is mental health. As you go through so much as a college athlete, so much mental stress, even more than physical in my opinion. You're constantly doubting yourself. You're constantly having people say you're not good enough. You're constantly having haters. Just taking care of that mental health and taking days off, doing fun things just outside of basketball and being a normal person is very important. So this is the biggest takeaway that I took from my college athlete experience and what I learned is you have to understand your why. And that means every day you have to understand why you started in the first place. And this applies to every aspect of life. So whenever I would get down or discouraged and thinking maybe I can't do this, and the devil was in my head. I would remind myself why I started in the first place. I would think about all those times in middle school when I was playing with my best friends in the Yellow Jackets. I would remember all those times in high school when I was playing with my best friends at Granite Bay. Just reminding why you fell in love with the game to begin with is something that will keep you going. And this is for sure the biggest takeaway that I will apply in other areas. In the business world, why did you start that company that you did in the first place? Who were you trying to reach? Who were you trying to inspire? And who were you trying to motivate? This is something that I think about with our channel too. Why did me and Violetta start this channel? Why did we start it initially? Well, we want to encourage people and inspire people that you can be great, and along with a lot of other things, but that is so big. But yeah, understanding your why, you gotta understand it. Okay, so I got a lot of good responses, and I really do appreciate you guys providing your insight, because I learned a lot from what you guys said. But I'm just gonna read off a couple of my favorites, and yeah, here we go. First one was, never let a coach take your confidence, be who you are. And I kind of look at this as, in the business world too, is never let a boss take your confidence. Always be who you are and have confidence in who you are, and never let anyone take your confidence. Another one was, be willing to sacrifice in every aspect of life. I know this seems a little extreme, but if you truly want to reach that goal or reach that thing that you're striving for, you have to start sacrificing. And not necessarily sacrifice everything, but you'll know in that situation what you need to sacrifice and what you need to cut out and all these things. Okay, this is a funny one, but this is very true. Take rest days to eat sushi every once in a while and then grind. I love sushi, and that is so true. Take rest days, enjoy your life, and then continue the grind. And then the last one of my favorites is, the key to success is consistency and discipline. So staying consistent and staying disciplined in your grind, and just knowing the end goal. You might not see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're working out or when you're trying to accomplish that goal. You might not see it every day, but know that you're getting that 1% better every day. And as long as you stay consistent, then you will reach that goal, I promise you. That's the main things that I learned from being a college athlete, and some of my favorite ones. I have a lot of things that I learned, but those things are something that I'll apply to my life forever. And I couldn't be more appreciative of my experiences that I've had. Again, if you haven't watched some of our videos on our channel, make sure you check those out. Make sure you like and comment what you guys think of the things that I learned, and maybe some more of things that you learned personally, maybe some questions that you have for me as well. I'll be willing to answer all of them. I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 3.